Hello and welcome to the classic WoW PvP system. I'm Shmeko, and if you have any questions about today's topic or anything else, feel free to ask them in the comments section, or tune into my Twitch channel. Links are in the description below. In this video, we will take a look at what bracket stacking is, what 1 weekers are, and what an honor war means. I will assume that you already know how to gain honor in Classic and what the rewards are. A little disclaimer before we get into it though, that all numbers shown are arbitrary and does not have to reflect the reality in its whole. All servers are different from each other and it is important to know how your own server stacks up. Here we can see the brackets, pool size percentile and the RP floor. With the RP floor we mean the minimum amount of RP gained from that week if you are within the percentile bracket. Here you can see some examples on this. With 10k participants, with 15 honorable kills or higher, would lead to 30 bracket 1 slots, 50 bracket 2 slots. With 5k population, there would be 15 bracket 1 slots and 25 bracket 2. With a 3k population, that would mean 9 bracket 1 slots and 15 bracket 2, and so forth. Well, first off, we need a bracket leader. That is usually someone with high influence on the server, such as a known guild leader or known PvPer. They also need to be organized to control and oversee what is going on with the honor farm every single week. Here we can take a look at 9 people with different honor per hour capability and how much they're able to farm each week and their total. For example, ECLs can farm 150 hours with a 25k average with a total of 3,750,000. Snewy Eknom, however, can farm for 140 hours with an average of 22k per hour with a total of 3,080,000. Why do this stack? We take a look at an honor graph for a single week. If all these 9 guys stack at the 1.5 million honor or close, they all make approximately the max amount of RP, that is 13k, give or take a few RP. Now that we know that we can stack at the same honor to gain the same amount of RP, well, why would Ruram, for example, play all his 145 hours when he might as well just play 68 hours to gain the same honor and RP as TDAC if they're all stacked? That is the biggest reason to stack. Play less, but with the same reward. So how do they do it? How do the rankers get close to the cap and cap at the same honor? Well, rankers usually play somewhere in between Wednesday to Sunday. On Monday they get closer to the cap, and on Tuesday they finish the cap. For example, that would be from Wednesday to Sunday they will get 1,490,000, on Monday they will get 8.5k, and they will finish the cap with 1.5k on Tuesday, with a total of 1.5 million. The reason being that honor add-ons are not 100% accurate, and you want to be as close to the cap as possible without going over. If you go over the cap, others will not get their full RP. There is also the case if you're, for example, raiding on a Tuesday. You might get some honorable kills and you don't want to break the brackets. During the ranking days, people usually save 18 marks, that equals to 5 turn-ins. Each turn-in of 3 marks equals to 398 honor. On Tuesday, you don't want to gain a large amount of honor with error margins as you risk going over the cap. So what you do instead is to track 100% accurate honor, either by turning in the mentioned marks or killing enemy faction, giving you a certain amount of honor depending on the rank. That is all fine and dandy if everyone approves the stack, but now we have the 1 weekers or bracket breakers. We take a look at the 9 players again. They're now accompanied by OVG, the 1 week guy. He can play 80 hours this week with a 22k average, leading to a total of 1,760,000. We can see he can play more than TDAC, so we have a problem here. The breaker will be asked by the bracket leader to slow down and stack accordingly, as it is in everyone's personal interest. But that might not always work. The bracket leader have decided to stack the brackets shown here, at 1.5 million for bracket 1, bracket 2 at 1.3 and bracket 3 at 1.1. However, we see the slot 9 is open. That is because T-Dak realized he couldn't push the others, so he was placed in bracket 2 instead of bracket 1. So now he can play less and he will get slightly less reward, but for some people that is a lot of comfort. This also gives us leeway for the other 8. Either if the pool size shrinks a certain week, the bracket is not overfilled. As well as in this case with a bracket breaker, the slot can be filled with him or her instead. Same goes for bracket 2, leaving slot 23 and 24 open. Another way to remove these types of pushers, if you for example don't want to give them a spot, this can be for various drama reasons or whatever. You can raise the caps so the pusher can't keep up. As you see here, bracket 1 was raised from 1.5 to 1.8 million, bracket 2 from 1.3 to 1.5. As you can see, stacking can be very political, but it is in everyone's interest to gain as much as possible for the work they put in. It is up to the bracket leader to keep track of everyone's capabilities and honor farm, and that everyone stays in line. If we come to the point on a server where there is honor war, there is frankly too many people that want to take the bracket slots and there is not enough leeway to compensate. This can be from guild server drama or to some server transfers or whatever. The caps are forever rising and the stackers will try to outfarm the pushers. If there is however no bracket leader, as seen on some servers, the brackets are completely free, where no one is stacking and everyone pushes as hard as they can to get high standings. This leads to faster burnouts and insane hours. Some enjoy it, but I sure as hell don't. I kinda wanna do other things as well. Well there guys, now you have it. Why and how people stack their honor and what can be done to avoid those sneak pushers. Thank you all for watching and comment below or tune in to my stream if you want more informative content on classic WoW.